Yo, yo, yo. Peace to all the kings and the queens, the gods and the goddesses that's going to be coming into this chat. It's your girl, Ryder Creator, coming back with another one. You know, the realest reader you'll ever know, the spiritual detective. But today, I wanted to share some hidden history or just some history. I don't know if it's quite hidden, but it's been altered to look a certain way. But I wanted to share some history about a king by the name of Nat Turner. A lot of people might not know about it. You might have seen pieces of, well, it was a good depiction, I would say, about Birth of a Nation with Nat Turner. But first, I would like to say a couple things. So this man could arguably be an example of the first true stance for equal rights for black/melanated people on U.S. soil, but it wouldn't be the last. I would be doing a story. I will be doing a story on John Brown, who was also a Caucasian, a beautiful man that was a hero in the equal rights fight, and a close friend to Frederick Douglass, um, another king. I will be doing a piece on who contributed to the equal rights fight as well and the abolishment of slavery, which wasn't handed to us. You know that. You know they had to do it kicking and screaming. There would still have to be a war fought to end slavery. But, I just wanted to say a few things about that. So let's get into it about my guy, the king God, the chosen one, the prophet, Mr. Nat Turner. So, um, Nat Turner was born on October the 2nd, 1800. I don't know how they have this documented in such a way where it is, they have the exact date, because usually back in slavery days, you cannot find the actual date that our ancestors were born. We only might get a year, but we won't usually get an exact date. So it's a reason to that. It's more than we know to the fact that he was born on October the 2nd, 1800. It's something to that. Am I willing to go as far to say that he was born of a slave master? I don't know. I just know that it's a reason that it's documented to the T. Hey, they love, how are you, cuteness? So anyway, hey, how are you? So anyway, so he died on 11/11, the same day that Mo 3 died. 11/11, but this was in 1831. So I feel like that's serendipitous as well. Um, Also, I'm going to be getting into the history of him, but um, also I want to talk about my family's history connection to this. Okay, so for a minute, I thought my great 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 grandfather was actually Nat Turner, because my great great grandfather's name is Nat. His name is Nat Ridley, and for some reason I just thought, I don't know, I just kept asking it, but they said no, but they knew each other. So my great 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 grandfather knew, they were both from Southampton, Virginia. Um, you know, um, in the middle of the whole slavery thing. Um, it's also been stories passed down from my family from generation to generation to generation to generation that that three of my cousins fought in the Nat Turner revolt, rebellion, insurrection, whatever you want to call it. They fought in it and they died for it. Okay. So um by hanging, because that's what they was on to. That's what they was doing to us. So anyway, so as did Nat Turner. He died that way too. But he stood strong for something he believed in, and not just that, he felt he was chosen by God to lead this revolt, revolution, rebellion, or insurrection, whatever you would like to call it. He felt like God chose him this. Now, let me break down his sign and his super spiritual powers so you would understand that he really was. But anyway, so he was born on October the 2nd, which would make him a Libra. So the fact that he is a Libra would make him an air sign. And air signs' spiritual superpowers are that they have visions and they receive direct messages from spirit. Okay? So he really was divinely chosen by God to actually lead this. But, and his nickname was the prophet, which ironically is the name that my mom calls my uncle. I call him my uncle. We might not share the same blood, but that's my uncle. But my mom calls my uncle, whose name she calls him the prophet. His real name is Ben Ray, but nobody calls him that. We all call him the prophet because that's what my mom named him. Okay? So, anyway, let's go. So, let me find everything I want to read about this and say about this. Did I say about the Oh, I also want to say that that Nat Turner asked my great 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 grandfather Nat Ridley to be a part of the insurrection, but um Nat Ridley said no. And I think it was because he was scared of the consequences if um they were caught, which they were eventually. So it really did turn out to be a reason. So he had a valid reason for saying no. Now, let me try to find these stuff that I'm getting on my own nerves right now. Some things that I have written down that I want to read. All right, I got them. Okay, okay, all right. So, all right, so it's certain things that do not match, and I'm gonna just break out and correct them every time that I come across something that is not true according to Nat Turner. So allow me. So anyway, on August the 21st, 1831, they say through August the 22nd, 1831, but Nat Turner told me it lasted for 3 days. The revolt lasted for 3 days. So um so it's really August the 21st to August the 24th, but they only have in history that it's August the 21st to August the 22nd of 1831. An enslaved preacher self-styled the prophet, which is not true. The people named him that. So anyway, because he talked to God. But anyway, named Nat Turner, launched the most deadly slave revolt in U.S. history. All right. Over the course of a day in Southampton County, where my family was from, um, Turner and his allies murdered 55 whites, 55 white men, women, and children as the rebels made their, wait a minute, come on, work with me. Okay, made their way toward Jerusalem, now known as Cortland, less than 24 hours after the revolt began. The rebels encountered organized resistance and were defeated in an encounter at James Parker's farm. Following this setback, Turner and other rebels scrambled to reassemble their forces. The next day, a series of defeats led to the effective end of the revolt, but that is not true. They say it was 3 days. So you hear somebody saying, yes, 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 it's 3 days. Right. So white people quickly and brutally reasserted their control over Southampton County, taking the lives of roughly 3 dozen black people without trials. Within a few days of the revolt, white leaders in Southampton became increasingly confident that the revolt had been suppressed and worked to limit the extra-legal murders of black people. Instead, white leaders made sure that the remaining suspects or suspected rebels were tried, which also meant that the white enslavers would receive compensation for the state for commended enslaved people. Oh, I got to tell y'all about that too. Enslaved people. Trials began on August 31st, 1831. Now, this was the trials for the people that had been caught other than Nat Turner because Nat Turner was not caught yet, and the majority were completed within a month. Ultimately, 30 slaves and one free black man were condemned to death. Of these, 19 of these were executed and 12 had their sentence commuted by Governor John Floyd. Now, you know they were executed by hanging. You know that, right? So that was the norm. That was how they did us. So anyway, Turner himself eluded capture throughout September into October when two enslaved men, this is a lie. I don't know why this was put in, but October when two enslaved men spotted him close to where the revolt began. Now, that is that true? No, that's not even true. That's not even how he was caught. But once detected, Turner was forced to move and was unable to elude the renewed manhunt. He was captured on October the 30th. While in jail awaiting trial, Turner spoke freely about the revolt. Local lawyer Thomas R. Gray approached Turner with a plan to take down his confessions. The Confessions of Nat Turner was published within weeks of the Turner's execution on November 11th, 1831, and remains an important source for historians. The revolt had important ramifications outside of Southampton as Southern communities feared additional revolts, and Richmond Thomas Jefferson Randolph, the grandson of Thomas Jefferson, tried but failed to convince the General Assembly to enact a plan that would have put the state on the path to gradual emancipation. Abolitionists remembered the revolt as an important example of both enslaved people's hatred for the system of slavery and their bravery. The cultural legacy of the revolt is still vibrant. The revolt remains the clearest example of overt resistance in the United States to the system of slavery. So, so with that being said, I want to get into what you say. Let me see what you got to say, girl. So, yes, let me see. So I've always felt someone infiltrated and ran their mouth, and that's how he got caught up. Yep, but yep, because they had insurance on the yes, girl. And not only did they have insurance, did you know? So while we fight for reparations right now today, because you know that they were revoked when a whole war was fought for us to be for slavery to end. Okay, now when this war against slavery, because that's what the war was about, when this war against slavery was won, did you know that the general, I forgot his name, something with a Sherman in it. I just can't remember his name. Don't give me the line, but I know Sherman is in it. Okay, so this general who won this war demanded that the stipulations of this war being won, this is the consequences that they have to award us, you know, every family or every, I can't even remember the specifics, but you know, you heard the 40 acres and a mule. It's something similar to that. We were supposed to get beachfront properties, okay? Beachfront properties, properties by the water. Well, you know how much that shit is worth, right? We were supposed to be rewarded this shit, and it's in something called field order. Is it 13 or 15? Field order 13? No, field order 15? Yeah. Field order 15. It could be found in the history books. It is found in places in nature. It's literally still up as a sign of what was supposed to be given to us. But Andrew Johnson, right? Ain't it Andrew Johnson? Yup. Andrew Johnson, after Lincoln was assassinated, which I actually believe this is why he was assassinated, because he was going to comply and give what was ordered to be given as the stipulation of the war being won. That I feel like that is why he was assassinated. And now Andrew Johnson, who was then a Democrat, because see, back in the day, the Republicans used to be the Democrats and the Democrats were the Republicans, as equivalent to today. Okay, even though I don't trust none of them motherfuckers. But anyway, so Andrew Johnson who was now what would be considered a Republican now, but he was a Democrat back then, which was the opposite of what Lincoln was, okay, revoked what was supposed to be awarded to us, which is the reason why we still fight to this day for reparations, okay? So so now, the wild thing, the argument that should be made to everyone about why we deserve reparations, why we should have had reparations, why we should have them right now as we speak, is because everyone was given reparations. Even the slave masters was given reparations for the slaves lost when the war was won and the slaves that they had to give up. They were given reparations per slave. Okay. So I don't know. That set me off. But anyway, so anyway, somebody, it set somebody else off too. Who set off? My grandmama. I know that's right, Queen. And this is the grandmama whose blood runs through my veins that my cousins fought into that war, which is the reason why I started this live at 3:10. That's her birthday. And that is her family, the Ridley family. And that would be Nat Ridley and my three cousins that lost their lives and were hung as the consequences for the uprising, which I feel was the first true stance for equal rights by our people. So, I was about to say something about grandma. I don't know. I don't know. I got too excited. I forgot. But anyway, so um, what was I about to say, grandma? Yo, I don't know. But I was talking about my grandma, talking about Nat Ridley, which would be her great great grandfather. No, her great grandfather. Just one time? Yo, did you know him? Yes. Wow. She knew her. Yeah. I mean, if we thinking about it, I don't know. I gotta think about that. She might have known him. So anyway, um, So so also this same side, the Ridley side, is when I talk about me being related to two famous people, I mean super, super, super famous, but I refuse to live off of anybody else's name or anybody else's back or anybody else's legacy. Um, there is on that side, on the Ridley side, one of them is a famous football player, and one of them is a super, super famous basketball player. But I'm gonna leave that at that, and that's all I'm gonna say. So both of them are related on the same exact side. Okay, like we go to the family reunions, they are there. Okay, I mean, not them, they not there, but they family there. Their immediate family is there. Okay, I wonder if what's the name coming. I don't think so. Nah, I don't think so either. But anyway, so let's get into these ride questions that I wanted to ask to Mr. Nick Turner about. Any questions are welcome. You said two major insurance companies around to this day were involved in this. Oh, do you know the names, girl? I would love to know. No, it's Andrew Johnson, not Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson is one of the presidents. Andrew Johnson was the person that was the vice president when Lincoln was assassinated. Because remember, President Lincoln was president when this war was won. Okay? And his vice president, which is this is the was that the first time and the last time that happened in U.S. history that a president was a Republican and the vice president was a Democrat? Yes, that was the first time and the last time ever in history that uh a president. So Lincoln was a Republican and Andrew Johnson, which you'll find in history. Ask who was look up who was Lincoln's vice president, and it will be Andrew Johnson, not Jackson. Jackson was the president. Johnson was the vice president. So yes, he revoked Field Order I can't remember if it's 15 or 13. Field Order 15. Is it 15? Yeah. Field Order 15. Look it up. It's literally listed on Nature, like down south, talking about what we were supposed to be rewarded and how he revoked this shit. And he wasn't supposed to because the war was won, and that was part of the stipulations of the war being won. But everybody else got they goddamn reparations and stuff for us. But anyway, so so um let me I want to get into a ride session with the honorable king, divine king, Mr. Nat Turner. So let me get this positioned and hopefully I'm not blocking nothing. Let me see, I might be doing too much. Um, okay, I'm trying to straighten it out. Okay. So, okay. So, Mr. Nat Turner, it is our honor. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to put them in the chat. I will be looking. It is our honor. Do you understand? Let me start off with this question. Divine King, Mr. Nat Turner, do you understand that you are a hero to Black people? Yes. Do you consider yourself a hero? No. You was just doing what you was divinely chosen to do, right? Yes. Um, so King Nat Turner. Look. Yes, you know I gotta go extra with it. Look, so King Nat Turner, right? Yes. Because to me, you died a king. You are a king for choosing to not live your life in shackles. You sacrificed for everybody else's freedom, whether they were sacrificing or not. So anyway, so King Nat Turner, right? Yeah. So is it true that three of my cousins in the Ridley family were with you in the revolt? Yes. So that's a yes. What did you say? Then come back and cheated us out with sharecropping while they still got insurance payout. Like, I don't even think I think yeah, right. They got us to still work for them, being sharecroppers. Hell yeah, yup. And you know what's crazy? If you go back and look in them slavery books, every person that was still there from those days will be listed as a goddamn sharecropper. You ain't even lying, girl. But anyway, so um you saying yes, that's definitely true? Yes, yes. So um what else was I asking? Uh so is it true that you asked my great grandfather Nat Ridley to be a part of the insurrection? Yes. Did you know him? Yes. Were y'all friends? Y'all. And he said no? Yes. Did you respect why he said no? Yes. Was you mad at him because he said no? Nope. He wasn't even mad at him. That's love. I'm trying to get this on the thing where it's all right, let me try that. Yeah. So so what else was I saying? Okay. So so did God speak to you and tell you this mission was yours? Yes. So um can I ask you a question? Oh, another thing I forgot to say. That was a lie about. So was that a lie about uh the two Black people finding you somewhere? Right. It was a lie. I know it was a lie because it was already documented. I had already read the documents of how you was captured. And it was by two white men or one. Right. So right. So Um, so would you say, are you proud that you made these acts in faith of your people? Would you, are you proud of that? Yes. And what is so sad is that he suffered. Like, he wasn't caught. He was in hide. He was on a run, as they would say now. He was on a run for 2 months, for a little bit more than 2 months, and he lost a lot of weight because he couldn't go to just places and say I'm hungry and go eat because they was looking for him because he was a wanted man. So yeah. Can I ask you a question, Nat? Did y'all stop by the Ridley house? Did y'all stop by the Ridley house in that insurrection? Yes. Did y'all knock off some of them masters? Yup. That's how my three cousins end up coming with you? Yup. Damn. That's deep. That remind me of the underground. That remind me, yo, I wish they would have kept on going with the underground. So, because that was a good show. And it was just starting where it was something like a Nat Turner rebellion that was going on, where somebody ran up in the house and did something to everybody. That was the masters there. Right. So, um, I wondered if they was about to do the spin of Nat Turner on it. So anyway, so something else I want to ask you. Why did you then stay so close to where you left from? Was it because you missed your family? Yes. Your wife. That love will do it to you every time, y'all. Yes, like I know her name was Cherry Turner, right? That's the love of your life? Yes. Yup. Okay. Her name was Cherry Turner. That's what I do know. And did you have any children? No. Oh, yes, you did. Didn't you have a child? I read something that you had a child. No, you didn't have a child. Oh shit. Oh, you didn't just shook my world because I just saw something where your supposed great grandson, you didn't have a child. No. Oh shit. Well, we gonna leave that there where it's at, okay? We ain't trying to bring up those scandals in this piece, okay? All right. You is crazy. Look, so anyway, so let's keep on moving with the story. Yes. Yo. So, but you just couldn't stay away because the love of your life, Cherry, you had to see her. You had to know she was okay. You just had to see her. Yes. Did she try to sneak you like food and stuff? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is so beautiful. But anyway, so anything else you want me to ask? No? That's everything? Yes. Okay. And would you like to say anything to anybody who, because you know, you got a lot of people that is like rooting for you. You are like America's champion, okay? You are like a legend. Yes. You got anything you want to say to everybody? That you love them? Yes. So he's sending his love to everybody. And thanks for all the love. And he did it for all of us. And we need to keep on fighting to continue the legacy, right? Yup. And don't let his legacy die. Let's keep on going. We ain't stopping until we get these reparations. We ain't playing. I don't give a fuck how many white people say that we shouldn't get them. I don't give a shit about nothing they got to say. We not gonna stop fighting until there are no more black people on the face of this earth, and that's gonna be a mighty damn long time. Okay, okay, right, right. All right. So is that everything? Yes. All right. Love you. Oh, he just hugged me. All right. All right. So, all right. Now I'm gonna turn it back to how I had it. So, did anybody have some questions or anything? Let me see. So it says, sometimes when slaves abort their children without their parents, other slaves made them their children, so to speak, so not by blood. Yeah. But I don't know. Hopefully that's what it was, okay? Because he was out fighting the revolution, okay? But it's somebody down the lines of history that say that Nat Turner is his great 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 grandfather. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna leave it at that. We're not gonna be digging into no scandals and shit. We're not doing that. But anyway, yes. But I just think it was a great session with Nat Turner. Did you have a good time? Yes. All right. Did I was I too vulgar about it? No. I did great. Yes. You did great too. Okay. So yes. And a girl by the name of D Love sends her love. She sends black love, which is black hearts. That's black love. That's our symbol for black love. She told us, yes, yes, yes. But anyway, so I think that's it for today. Is there anything else that I should be touching on? I gotta do. Oh, I'm gonna be doing something on the amazing John Brown. Like um this was the first true stance for equal rights for black people, but John Brown was a man who was not black, a white man who fought for us black people as if we were his own people. Okay? He believed that he was divinely chosen to lead this insurrection as well. And he died by death of hanging as well. He, but this happened about 25 to 30 years later from, no, it was later than that, wasn't it? Yup. All right, so it was about, uh, no, it was about 25 to 30 years later. That's about exactly right. Right? Yeah, 25 to 30 years later, um, when John Brown fought for us. And he was going through the towns like at gunpoint, like let them go. Okay? I've been divinely ordered by God to tell you to let these people go on some Moses shit. That's how he came through. And I love him. Yes, I love him. I don't know. I don't think he was from Philly. Was John Brown from Philly? No, 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 no. I know that he was in the Midwest somewhere where he was fighting at because um I know it was near Arkansas somewhere. Uh they was between Kentucky, Arkansas, all that type of shit around there. So that's like the Midwest, ain't that the Midwest? And I believe that's around from the north to the south is where they were all in between there. And something happened in Virginia though, didn't it? Where's Harper's Ferry? That's where this big showdown happened where he was trying to free these people and they were supposed to get onto this train and they did not get on the train in time and they stayed behind the fight because they didn't want to leave nobody behind. And when he stayed behind the fight, that's what got him caught. That's what got him caught. So yeah, but Harper's Ferry, where's that in Virginia? No, Harper's Ferry, what? Kentucky? No, it's somewhere like country. So Harper's Ferry, what? I can't remember. But I will have to answer the next time I talk to you. So Oh, it's from Philly. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if Nat Turner's is Nat Turner's family from Philly. Are you serious? See, y'all gonna stop playing with me. Y'all still making me think this is my damn great 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 grandfather. Because my family from PA. Well, they came to PA from there. Right. Grandma. Isn't that Turner our relative? No. Okay. We just all stuck together and still went the same way when slavery ended. Yes. Okay. 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 So that's not my family. So anyway, um, so yes, but I'm going to be doing something about John Brown. He was a great American hero. He felt like he was divinely chosen by God as well to deliver black people from slavery. And he went around all around the South and everything, because he would go from South to North. So he'll be down in Texas one minute, and then his ass will be all the way up in PA the next minute or some shit. That's how John Brown used to be moving around. He used to move around. Okay, that's why it was hard for them to catch him. It was hard for them to catch him. And what got him caught is that he stayed too long. He did not want to leave nobody behind. And something happened at Harper's Ferry where they was fighting for it was like a showdown. It was like a shootout. And somebody must have got hurt. I can't remember. Somebody got hurt or something like that. And he stayed because he didn't want to leave that person behind. And he was going to catch the next train out, which this ruined their whole plan because he always had divine plans. These plans were given to him from God. And because he went off the plan by staying and didn't want to leave this person behind, that's what got him caught and ultimately murdered, or as they would say, sentenced to death by hanging. Because they couldn't wait to hang him because he was trying to save us black people. So that's that's what I'm going to be talking about John Brown next, and then that's going to lead me to talking about Frederick Douglass, who also was a great warrior for justice, for freedom, but he just did not fight the war in the same way that Nat Turner and John Brown did. He fought the war intellectually. He was on Lincoln's ass from the minute he became president until his death. He was on his ass about the whole time. I personally believe that Lincoln was not a white man. I believe that Lincoln was black. I believe that Lincoln was half black. I don't know. Let me ask that. God, was Lincoln half black? Yes, because in an 1830 something census, right? It might have been 1834. I might be wrong, but I think it was like 1834 census. He actually described himself as black. So why would he describe himself as black if he's not fucking black? So I believe that Lincoln actually faked it till he made it to become president, and they thought he was white, but he was really black and half white. And so I believe that Frederick Douglass recognized this and pulled the brother's coat like, yo, brother, like, I know you're not going to sit back and let this go on like this. And what are we going to do about freeing our brothers and sisters out of this madness? And I really believe that that is what made him stay on Lincoln's ass like that and become a close friend of him like that, because they both were the same, and this could be his confidant and the person he argue all the reasons why he shouldn't and whatever with. So that's what I'm going to do one on Frederick Douglass as well. And he had a very, very interesting life. Okay, he was doing it big. He was on some hippie shit back in the 1800s. He had a black woman and he had a white woman. Okay, he was doing it big. Okay, and it was a whole polyamorous shit going on. in like the 1800s. Okay, he was doing it big. Okay, okay. So yes, Frederick Douglass' life is really, really interesting. Okay, so I'll be doing a story about him too. So I think that's gonna be it for today. I just wanted to come through, give my love to, and show my appreciation for the honorable, the beautiful man, the warrior, the king warrior, Nat Turner, and thank him for his contribution to our fight for equal rights and our fight to end slavery, because it still ain't ended all the way. Because you know it's still legal to be a slave in jail. You know that, right? That's why they keep trying to trap us all in the jail. That's why these crime bills and these fucking uh uh that's why the people that are currently in office right now, the two top people of the land, have been responsible for imprisoning black people. If we're gonna keep it all the way the fuck funky. If we're gonna keep it all the way real, that's why. Okay? If we're gonna speak on it, let's speak on it honestly. That's why it's no mistake that those two specific people are in office because both of them together have jailed many black people. Okay? And the one that claims that she black now did not want to be called black before. So why now? Because it's fitting your narrative to get you what you want, Missy. But okay. So on that note, I'm gonna be heading on out. I just want to let y'all know that I do readings. I do I do picture and soul readings, which is the ability that I have the ability to look people in the eyes and see all about them. So I could do that through a picture or through your person. I also do astrology readings. That's through your sign. I tell you about yourself. I also do numerology readings. That's through the breakdowns of your numbers, your birthday, and things like that. I tell you about yourself. And I do life cycle readings. That's to tell you what's going on in your life for 2023, the good, the bad, the choices you should make, the things you should stay away from, those type of things. I also do name readings. That's the breakdown of your name to tell you what I know about you through your name. I also do oracle card readings. I also do dream interpretations, which is the breakdown of your dreams. And I don't stop until I get the ancestors' approval on it. And last but not least, I do divining card. I mean, why do I keep saying that? Divining rod readings. I gotta wonder. I gotta figure out why I keep saying that. So anyway, divining rod readings, which is the ability to communicate with the ancestors. You just saw me do it with Nat Turner. Um, um, I also can do it with your ancestors. I also do it all the time with my ancestors, and we also can communicate with the Most High Divine God. So if y'all are interested in reading, get at me. I left my Gmail in the description box, so you're more than welcome to hit me up and we could get a reading going on. It's very affordable and very accurate. So also, just please like, please sub, share, comment, and please support the channel by hitting me on my Cash App. All right, y'all. This is it for today. I love y'all. I wish y'all would have all came in before when I was telling y'all some information, but thanks for showing up anyway. I love y'all. Mwah. Peace.